now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Cavante Turpin now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And his first look is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a man who's taken the reins with the Cowboys, it's Tony Pollard.
Powerful running. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Well, this defense for the Chargers very strong in that victory a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done to get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth the salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, Ray. Set.
Now their versatile running back. Here's Austin Eckler.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
5-9. Baylor Tiger. Go.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Baylor Tiger. Set.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line.
Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's got him in, complete.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Tony Pollard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about.
They've got his man complete. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Donovan Wilson that time there on the tackle. The Chargers at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties, and then they'll let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
Hey, Kappa, 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 Kappa. Hey, Ram. What is it?
On 1st down, it's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. Now Herbert going to change the look.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Hey, go lion, go.
Herbert, quick pass out wide. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Justin Herbert scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. 4th and goal, and they just tell the leader of this offense to sneak it in there, and he got it done.
Yeah, all you're trying to do is follow the wedge that's created in front of you. Center, guards, tackles, just get low, fire out, and you get low right behind them and get it over the goal line.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
We go 47. Go, get out there, get out there. Here we go, 54, go to 54, go ahead. Here we go, 47. Hey, kill.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. He finds his man, Pollard. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
To the air again, Prescott. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on third down. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Bust through the tackle. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Herbert on first down now. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Flush to his right. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Hold it to the right. Set.
Herbert back to the air. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Herbert going to change the play here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
Touchdown, Chargers!
Austin Eckler.
A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up. No sense risking anything there on first down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Pollard going to try the right side, and he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here they're trying to make it 3 in a row.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7.
A shotgun snap for Herbert.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Sliding out of the pocket.
This ball nearly intercepted. Oh, once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
The final shot before the break for Herbert.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get him the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
The all-pro Micah Parsons there on the tackle.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
2nd and 10.
Here's Herbert.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's taken down inside the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
21. Ready.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Prescott. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. This will be fielded at the 17. Now a hit and a loose football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Prescott.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Prescott.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
This only had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, go line.
That one caught out wide by Julio. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, right at the 15-yard line here. Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into it. Not a good play at all.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The end result, 21 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. They'll roll him out right. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point up and good by Dicker, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46, 46, 46.
Here's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. But he's got it inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They give him a gain of 38.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Pollard again, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Good. Hey, 47. We're going to 54. 26.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead.
Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles? Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Caught on the right side by Jones. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Rolling to his right. There he is again. Another catch for Julio Jones. Touchdown, LA! Julio Jones. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Prescott now. Escaping the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Off to the races. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now 2nd and 5. Here's Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Up the middle with Eckler. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run. And that's a nice job there, getting the safeties involved in run support.
It's Eckler again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Hey, go Lion. Go.
Now Herbert. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Caught. It's the tight end, Kelsey. Touchdown, Chargers. Travis Kelsey laying himself out in the end zone. And the Chargers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though. Probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with